All right, let's talk about DIY skincare. We're going to step into the lab, well, your kitchen lab, really, and get our hands on the ingredients that make it all happen. We're going to figure out how to take these simple, natural things and turn them into products that actually work, are safe, and are made just for you. So let's jump right in. I mean, have you ever just wanted to know exactly what you're putting on your skin? No more squinting at confusing labels, no more wondering about weird additives. Just total control. That's the real promise of DIY skincare. And today, we're going to give you the blueprint to do it right, safely and effectively. Okay, so let's get real for a second. On one hand, with DIY, you get total control. You know every single ingredient. That's awesome. But on the other hand, the stuff you buy in a store, it's been professionally tested and has preservatives to keep it stable. And this really gets to the heart of it all. If you want the power of DIY, you also have to take on the responsibility that comes with it. And that means, first and foremost, knowing how to keep things safe. So, think of this guide as the start of your own creative journey. We're going to walk through all the essential building blocks, from the basic, nourishing stuff to the really powerful ingredients. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to turn these simple things into skincare that actually works for your skin. Every great recipe, every great building, it all starts with a solid foundation, and skincare is no different. We're talking about 4 key groups of ingredients that are going to give your products nourishment, structure, and hydration. So let's start with what I like to call the heart of the formula. First up, we have carrier oils, and these are the true workhorses of DIY skincare. They do way more than just make your skin feel soft. They're actually delivering all those good vitamins and fatty acids deep down, which helps strengthen your skin's natural protective barrier. Think of it like making your skin tougher and more resilient to all the stuff the world throws at it. And right away, this is where the fun of customizing begins. Got oily skin? Jojoba oil is your best friend. It's actually super similar to your skin's own natural oils. Looking for more of an anti-aging punch? Argan and Rosehip are absolutely fantastic. And if you've got sensitive skin, you really can't go wrong with sweet almond oil. It's a classic for a reason. All right, next up, butters. If oils are the heart of a formula, then butters are definitely the soul. We're talking about things like shea, cocoa, or mango butter. They're what give you that super rich, luxurious, creamy feel. But more than that, they are amazing at locking in moisture to keep your skin feeling hydrated for hours. Okay, so you've got your oils and butters, but how do you get them to, become a solid lip balm instead of a puddle? The answer is wax. Waxes give your products structure and stability, but they also do something really cool. They form this breathable, protective layer on your skin that seals in all that good stuff without clogging your pores. And just like with oils, you've got options. Beeswax is a total classic, great for soothing irritation. If you're going for a vegan product, Candelilla wax is an amazing alternative that gives a really smooth finish. And then there's Carnauba wax, which is perfect when you need a little extra firmness and shine. Think lip balms. Now let's chat about the water part of our foundation. I'm talking about hydrosols. These are basically the gentle, fragrant waters that are left behind when plants are distilled for essential oils. You can think of them as the much milder cousin to essential oils. They are perfect for things like toners and face mists, especially if your skin is on the sensitive side and needs a little calming down. Okay, so our foundation is laid. We've got our oils, butters, waxes, and waters. Now it's time to build on that with what we call functional ingredients. These are the really clever bits that decide how a product feels, how it cleanses, and, whether it actually stays mixed together. So, how oil and water just don't mix, right? They separate every time. Well, that's where emulsifiers come in. They are the absolute magic ingredient that grabs onto both the oil and the water and forces them to play nice, creating those stable, creamy lotions we all love. Without an emulsifier, you'd literally just have a separated, oily mess. Next up, let's talk about one of the secrets to truly hydrated skin, humectants. The easiest way to think about these is as little moisture magnets. Seriously. Ingredients like glycerin or hyaluronic acid literally pull water from the air and from deeper inside your skin, bringing it to the surface. And that's what keeps your skin looking plump and feeling super hydrated. And to round things out, there are a few other key players you should know about. You've got clays like kaolin or bentonite, which are fantastic for detoxifying masks. Then there are gentle surfactants, which are what give your cleansers that power to lift away dirt without totally stripping your skin. And finally, thickeners like xanthan gum, which help you get that perfect silky texture for a gel or a serum. All right, we've had a lot of fun with the creative stuff, but now we have to talk about the single most important part of making your own skincare. And I'm not exaggerating here. This isn't a suggestion. It's not optional. It is an absolute 100% non-negotiable rule if you want to make products that are actually safe to put on your face. And listen closely, because this is so, so important. If your product has any water in it, and that includes things like hydrosols, aloe vera juice, even herbal teas, it must be preserved. I mean it. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is not the place to cut corners or try to wing it. And there's a very serious reason why. Without a proper preservative, any product with water in it becomes a playground for nasty stuff. We're talking bacteria, mold, and yeast. And it can happen in just a few days. So that beautiful cream you just made, it could turn into something pretty harmful, and you might not even be able to see it. So how do you do it right? Well, think of it like a 3-part safety toolkit. First, you've got antioxidants, like vitamin E. Their job is to keep your oils from going bad or rancid. Second, and this is the big one, you need a broad-spectrum preservative to stop all those microbes in any formula that contains water. And third, to really make your preservative work its best, you can add something called a chelator. It basically boosts the preservative's performance, making your product safer for longer. All three together, that's your ticket to a safe, stable creation. Okay, now that we've got the super important safety rules down, we can get back to the really fun stuff. This is where you go from just mixing things together to becoming a real formulator, customizing every little thing to hit your specific skin goals. Think of this table as your starting point, like a little cheat sheet to help you match ingredients to what your skin actually needs. So if you've got dry skin, maybe you'll grab some sweet almond oil and shea butter. If you're dealing with oily skin, jojoba oil and a bit of clay are going to be your new best friends. See? This is where the real magic of DIY happens. And hey, once you get comfortable with the basics, you can start leveling up by adding what we call actives. These are the super potent targeted ingredients. Think vitamin C for brightening, more hyaluronic acid for that intense hydration, or bakuchiol, which is a really cool natural alternative to retinol for firming the skin. This is how you take a nice, simple formula and make it truly high performance. So there you have it. You've got the blueprint. You know all about the foundational oils and butters, the functional ingredients that give you the perfect texture, and most importantly, the non-negotiable rules of safety. You've got the map to start personalizing everything for your own skin. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to make first?